Attorney Wilbur, is your client going to join us today, or are you acting on her behalf?
I'm acting on her behalf.
All right. And since it is just a dismissal today, where'd he go? Did I lose him? I'll do yours first, Mr. Mitchell.
Okay, no problem.
I don't know what happened. Now calling the matter of the people versus Katrina Wright. This is ticket number Z80838281. This is one count operating with a blood alcohol 0.17 or more city. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Kerry Mitchell appearing on behalf of Katrina Wright. My P number is 42028.
All right, Ms. Wright, can you state your name for the record, please?
Good morning, Katrina Wright.
All right, this is the date and time set for a final pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I would respectfully ask for a bench trial date.
All right, Ms. Wright, can you please raise your right hand for me?
Yes.
Do you other right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can put your hand down. Ms. Wright, did you have an opportunity to talk to your attorney in private about your case and about your rights?
I have.
And he's telling me that you would like to have a bench trial. That's a trial before myself as the trier and finder of facts. Is that how you want to move forward?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Wright, I'm going to set this for a bench trial on the day.
And that's in person, correct, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Well, it can be via Zoom. Do you want it in person though?
In person, yes.
Okay. Is that still gonna be a good day for us in person? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have it November the 2nd, 2022. So I make it at 10 a.m. since it's gonna be in person. I'm gonna make it at 10 a.m. since it's gonna be in person.
No problem.
All right. I'm courtroom 337. That's on the 3rd floor at 36 District Court. I'm going to let your bond continue at this point in time, and we'll see you in person on November the 2nd, 2022, courtroom 337, 10 a.m. That way, hopefully, I can get most of my morning matters, okay?
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good day. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you too much. All right. Mr. Wilbur?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Miranda Wilbur. This is ticket number 737362. This is one count, no operator's license on person. Today is the date and time set in this matter for a pretrial. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel.
Ross Wilbur on behalf of Miranda Wilbur, Your Honor.
And is your client going to be present with us today?
No, Your Honor, I'm acting on her behalf.
All right, and because I do see what the end result of this is, I will allow you to act on her behalf today. I have had sent to me a copy of a valid driver's license at this point in time, so the court is going to dismiss this without prejudice for valid documentation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
You're welcome. Thank you, and thank you for your patience this morning.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll just wait and see, Miss Sandy.
I'm sorry, Judge.
I said, we'll just wait and see when people start coming out.
Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Walker.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Okay, had a hard time joining the live Zoom.
Okay, well, I'm going to put you into a breakout room. The officer is present today for your bench trial. So you'll be able to talk to the attorney and find out what you want to do today, okay?
Okay.
All right. Put you in breakout room number 9. Please join. Attorney Harris, whoever you've spoken to so far.
I've had an opportunity to speak with everyone. However, I would need a recommendation for Jennifer Walker and Anthony Washington. But we are ready on Sylvester Walker, Steve Wilson, Pierre West, and Ms. Waterford.
Yep, and we're just sending over those last two offers. One of them, Mary's gonna send over, the tickets as well for the trial, so you can see everything, and you go talk to Ms. Jennifer Walker about it, so you can know. And then, she's sending over that other offer right now as well. So I have Pierre West, Sylvester Walker, Jeanette Waterford, and who else did you have?
Steve Wilson.
Okay,
Wilson and West will be trial requests,
okay.
and Walker and Waterford will be pleas.
What about Anthony Washington? I don't have his file, but I'm about to. he's gonna send
Waiting
them
on
out.
that recommendation.
Okay, so I can bring out Pierre West, Waterford, Walker, Sylvester Walker, right?
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Mr. Gillis, are you in the courtroom?
Hi,
Can you
yeah,
put
Miss
yourself
Harris.
on mute?
Morning.
Good morning. We're gonna have to talk.
Okay, absolutely. You want me to give you a call?
Yes, I'll do these on the record, or actually I might send you a text.
Okay.
That might be easier.
Hi, John.
Good morning, Miss Sandy. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good.
Pierre West.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Now calling the matter of People versus Pierre West. This is ticket number P1247004. This is count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, registration and/or plate violation. Count 3, violation of the basic speed law and/or drove in an unsafe manner. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please this honorable court, Sherika Harris, P72832, on behalf of Mr. West. Mr. West, please state your name for the record.
Pierre West.
Your Honor, Mr. West has been advised of his rights with regards to the matters that he has before the court. We've had full discussion. At this time, we are respectfully requesting a trial date and formal hearing. He is waiving his right to jury trial.
All right, Mr. West, is that correct?
Yes,
If so, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes,
All right, sir. Did you have an opportunity to talk to Attorney Harris in private today about your case and about your rights?
yes, I did.
And it's my understanding you would like to have a bench trial. That's the trial before my as the trier and finder of facts. Is that right, sir?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so I'm gonna set this for a bench trial on the date of November the 2nd, 2022 at 9 a.m. It is going to be via Zoom, so the same way you zoomed in today, you're gonna zoom in on that date, same number and everything, at 9 a.m. I'm gonna set your bond at $0 personal, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, Sylvester Walker.
Yes.
Now calling the matters of the People versus Sylvester Walker. This is ticket number P1247407. Count 1 failed to stop for a stop sign. Also calling ticket number P1247907. One count drove with revoked license. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, please state your name for the record.
Sylvester Walker.
Your Honor, Mr. Walker has been fully advised of his rights with regards to the matters that he has before the court. He is waiving his right to trial, admitting responsibility pursuant to the recommendation we stipulate to the face of the ticket for purposes of the factual basis.
Thank you. So at this time, Mr. Walker, I'm going to read from the ticket to establish a factual basis. And at that point, I'm going to give a civil infraction fine that goes with that ticket. That on the date of September the 9th of 2021 in the area of Piquette and Bobian Streets in the city of Detroit, Mr. Walker was driving a Ford vehicle and did fail to stop for a stop sign. Satisfied?
Yes.
Satisfied.
And is there a stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea of responsible to the amended charge of blockading. And I'm going to dismiss the other ticket and pursuant to the plea agreement. Sir, the fine for blockading is $175. Typically, you have 14 days from today's date to pay that. Is that going to be enough time for you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to have to do no later than August the 3rd. August the 3rd, sir. $175, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, thank you so much, okay?
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, can you press *6 on your phone, please? *6.
And Your Honor, because it seems like he has a really bad feedback issue. If he could stay muted unless he has to speak, it probably would help.
Okay. I wonder, can he hear us at least? Well, is he setting for a bench trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll mail him out the ticket. Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so we're gonna have you stay on mute because you have some bad feedback, okay? So you're here, okay?
I have what?
You have, so you can't hear, you have some bad feedback. It means that when I'm talking, I can hear myself talking like a second behind.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I know, because your phone connection is bad. So put your phone back
Yes.
on mute, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Stephen Wilson. This is ticket number U600482221. This is one count of consumed alcohol on street, sidewalk, alley, or public. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Cherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson?
Yep, I have him muted, so.
And I will state for the record that Mr. Wilson, I believe, has already identified himself. There is an issue with his audio. So if the court would allow his prior statements to serve as his indication that he is present and is aware of going on, it would be appreciated. We did discuss his case. We did discuss his rights. We've discussed all of his options. He did make a statement to me that he understood everything that was happening, and we're respectfully requesting a trial date. For purposes of arraignment, he would stand mute, waive formal reading of the information. He is waiving his right to jury trial.
All right. So having heard the audio feedback for Mr. Wilson, I did have an opportunity to talk to him and get him to identify himself as Steve Wilson for today's court matter prior to us going on the record. And that does satisfy this court at this point in time, because these are recorded hearings and we need to be able to take accurate recordings of these hearings. I think it would best suit the court to have them on mute so that we do not have that additional feedback. The court is going to grant your request and give him a bench trial on the date. It's going to be the last one here of 11/2/2022. That's going to be at 9 a.m. Mr. Wilson, we will send you out a notice of this hearing. Your bond is going to be set at $0 personal. Now, for that particular hearing, Mr. Wilson, You are going to have to need a working phone in good condition. I prefer to have you visibly on the screen at that point in time. So if you can find someone to help you download the Zoom app, that will be really helpful. You can always call the courtroom and we can try and assist you with doing that download. The best times will be to call in the afternoon, so that way we can assist you to the best of our ability. But we'll set this for a bench trial, November the 2nd, 9 a.m. Bond is continued. If there's anything else, Attorney Harris?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, well, that concludes this hearing. Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Wilson. We'll send you out notice of this hearing. He heard us because he signed off. I'm trying to get Miss Waterford out here. She's not. So that's okay. Just go ahead and talk to the other two individuals and then come back.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. She ready for court? It looks like she having her own personal conversations. Is she ready for court? No?
Yes,
Believe
ma'am, I
she's
am ready
ready.
for court.
All right. All right. Miss Sandy, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now calling the matter of people versus Jeanette, Waterford. This is ticket number P 1247252. Count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, possession of drug paraphernalia prohibited. Count 3, fraud in obtaining license. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Ms. Waterford. Ms. Waterford, please state your name for the record.
Jeanette Waterford.
Your Honor, Ms. Waterford has been fully advised of her rights regarding the matters that are currently before the court. It's my understanding she is waiving her right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation.
Is that right, Ms. Waterford?
Yes, ma'am.
If so, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ms. Waterford, do you remember our discussion about you had to be stationary and focused on the matter at hand, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Waterford, did you have an opportunity to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, ma'am, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of September the 9th of 2021. Were you in the area of Vaughn and Orange Line Streets in the city of Detroit in a Saturn vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you were in that vehicle, did it not have the car insurance on it at the time?
Yes, ma'am. It did have car insurance, but the car that it was registered in Georgia, so it was in a process of getting changed over. The insurance was Georgia, and the tax was in the process of getting changed over. But the car had insurance.
Okay, and with that statement, Your Honor, at this time, she would like to have her matter set for trial.
No, I mean I'm cool with taking
No,
the
ma'am.
plea for
No,
it.
ma'am. We had this discussion. You can't say that you're not guilty, but then tell the court that you're guilty. We can't do that. So if you're not guilty, we have to set it for trial. That's not a bad thing. It's okay.
Right.
Yes, but
I know, but you just told me that you had insurance. And so basically I would be taking a lie, and the court cannot take a lie. I cannot, sorry. See, when I asked you the question, it was really a yes or no question. And so you gave me extra, which I appreciate, but that extra was probably meant for afterwards, and it didn't happen that way. So now you have to have a bench or a jury trial. Which one would you like?
wow. I'm not sure. Whichever one is convenient and to get the matter over with.
Okay, Ms. Waterford, we're gonna put you back in the breakout room and we'll have a quick discussion, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I didn't really mean to do that. I really wanted to keep forward. I did not.
So, I know, but this is what happens when you want to explain, and I get it, because you're not the only one, Ms. Waterford, so don't feel bad. People always want to explain what's going on and what's happening, but usually when they do, it puts me in a position where I can no longer take the plea, because you told me that you weren't guilty. That's essentially what you said, because you said you had insurance. So I can't take it now. So she's gonna talk to you in a moment. Just hold tight. I'm gonna do Mr. Washington, and then she'll talk to you in a moment about it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm gonna put her, if you could rejoin, let me see. If you could go to room 3 for me, that would be perfect. You see it asking you to join 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Washington, Anthony Washington?
Yes.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Anthony Washington. This is ticket number P1220146. Count 1, defective brake lights. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, failed to display a valid operator's license not on person. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel.
Sharika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Washington, please state your name for the record.
Anthony Washington.
Your Honor, Mr. Washington has been fully advised of his rights with regards to the matters before the court. It's my understanding that he is waiving his right to trial and/or formal hearing and is admitting responsibility pursuant to the recommendation. We stipulate to the face of the ticket for purposes of the factual basis, and we stipulate to probable cause for the dismissals.
All right. Is that right, Mr. Washington? You want to take advantage of that offer today?
Yes.
If so, can you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Oh, and this is going to be a plea of responsible, isn't it?
Can you repeat that?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's a plea of responsible, Mr. Washington. And so what that means is I'm just going to read from the ticket, and then I'm going to give you the fine that goes with that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so on the date of June the 29th of 2021, in the area of Auto Drive and 4th Streets in the city of Detroit, Mr. Washington was driving a Jeep and it did have a defective brake light. Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulation for probable cause and the remaining counts to be dismissed.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
So the court is going to enter a plea as charged to count 1. I'm going to dismiss count 2 and 3 of this particular ticket. Sir, the fine for that is $200. Typically, you have 14 days to pay civil infractions. Is that going to be enough time?
Yes.
All right, so I'll give you until August the 3rd to pay that, okay? August the 3rd.
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set. Also, just for the record, those 2 matters are count 1 and 2 are being taken out of default so that they can be a part of this plea today. All right, the court is.
I have a question. Can I
Yes,
ask
sir.
a question? So, when I pay the ticket, do my license be reinstated or how do that go?
So you have to, when you pay the ticket, it's gonna send clearance to the Secretary of State's office that you've taken care of that ticket. You'll need to make an appointment with them though, just to make sure that you're all set, okay?
Okay.
Okay, as long as you pay the cost and fine, typically though, they'll let you reapply or reinstate your license, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Yep, no problem.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
All right.
Okay, going back into the breakout room.
Okay.
How do I?
You want me to hang you up, Mr. Washington?
Hello, sir. What is your name?
My name Kaban Winston.
He's under the 8:30 a.m. docket.
Yes, I've been trying to get on this meeting. I've been having a little problem.
Should I put him in the breakout room, Judge?
I don't know that lady.
Judge, you're on mute.
I know I'm talking to Mary about how many cases he has to see if I'll be able to do it today.
Okay.
Mr. Winston,
How you doing?
I'm fine. Mr. Winston, your court time was 8:30. It's 10 o'clock, 10:08.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I could have had made it. I am at work, and I had to run to the courtroom to get the meeting ID number. And I had to get my information. Sorry about that.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Yes.
All right, you can put him in a breakout room. He only has a few tickets. So, Mr. Winston, we're gonna put you into what's called a breakout room so that the attorney can talk to you about your case and about your rights today. You're gonna be in there for a moment. She does have two people in front of you, but hopefully it won't take too long for her to be able to talk to you about your case, today's matters, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put you in. Thank you. You see that invite for room 2? Okay. I'm gonna make it press that. All right. recalling the matter of the people versus Jeanette Waterford. This is ticket number P1247252. We called this matter a moment ago. We're in the middle of the factual basis, and Ms. Waterford was unable to make it at that time. Attorney Harris, for the record, please.
Sharika Harris again on behalf of Ms. Waterford. Ms. Waterford, state your name again for me. Did you have to come up from-
Jeanette Waterford.
Your Honor, we've had another opportunity to discuss the matters before the court. Ms. Waterford is respectfully requesting that the court continue her not guilty plea and have these matters set for a trial, and she's going to waive her right to jury trial. Is that correct, Ms. Waterford?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
If so, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Waterford? Did you have an opportunity to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's my understanding you want to have a bench trial. That's a trial before myself as the trier and finder of fact. Is that how you want to move forward, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to set it for a bench trial on the date of November the 4th. November the 4th, that's a Friday. It's going to be at 9 a.m. It's going to be via Zoom. So the same way you zoomed in today, you'll zoom in on that date and time, and we'll have this bench trial. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll see you on November the 4th. Make sure you have any documentation you need, okay? If you
Yes, ma'am.
All right, 9 a.m. via Zoom, same Zoom number, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, have a good day, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome. All right, so we did have one additional person check in, but how are we doing on that trial?
We're just waiting for Mr. Gillis to see if there's any type of plea deal that may be extended.
Okay, y'all do that. I gotta go talk to the other young man, and then Mr. Gillis will be coming back for a second, and then you can talk to him about it, and then I'll be back. Let me go get up some stuff real quick.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully they can work something out. I'll be right. Actually, it shouldn't be too bad. I was looking and they had to dismiss it already. Okay.
Attorney Harris, did you get the offer from Mr. Winston?
I did. I already spoke to him about it. We're ready on that matter. Is Mr. Gillis back in the courtroom?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, he's on Zoom. Mr. Gillis, did you want the breakout room with yourself and Investigator Summerfield?
That would be wonderful if you can
Okay.
arrange for that.
I'll send it to room 3. Send it to room. Got it. I think I did it.
Ms. Harris?
Yes, sir.
So I spoke to Investigator Summerfield, and we were kind of hoping to maybe get a little bit of an update on Miss Walker's situation. I was wondering if maybe you, Miss Walker, myself, and Investigator Summerfield could all go in breakout room. Would that be okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
You can actually rejoin breakout room 3 and I'll move her there as well.
Okay. And Investigator Summerfield, do you have that option to join breakout room 3?
Let's see. I think so.
Here, or I can move you if that will send the prompt back, if that's easier.
There she goes.
She's
Think she
in
got
3.
it.
Yep.
Okay, I'll see you in a second.
Okay. Madam Clerk, I have one matter that's ready. I think maybe within the next 5 minutes, the trial matter should be ready too. But we may be asking to bring her back maybe tomorrow or next week.
Okay, that'll be fine. Thank you.
And Madam Clerk, I believe Mr. Gillis may be coming back into the courtroom, and I believe we are ready on everything.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
All right. We ready on both of them?
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Walker, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Now calling, one second for you, Mr. Watson. Now calling the matter of the people versus Jennifer Walker. This is ticket B 123039. This is one count using a tether made of anything but coated steel cable. We have B ticket 123040. This is one count tethered dog without proper shelter. And B ticket 123041. This is one count, no person having care, custody, or control of an animal shall cause neglect. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Erica Harris on behalf of Ms. Walker. Ms. Walker, please state your name for the record.
Jennifer Marie Walker.
Your Honor,
And
Ms. Walker, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I'm the investigator on today too as well. Investigator, can you please state your name for the record?
Elizabeth Summerfield, badge number 3, Detroit Animal Control.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your patience this morning.
Thank you.
All right, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, there is resolution whereby Ms. Walker will enter a plea to one count and 2 matters would be dismissed. And it's my understanding she understands that and is waiving her rights to move forward with trial.
Is that right, Ms. Walker?
Yes.
If so, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Put your hand down. Ms. Walker, did you get an opportunity to talk to an attorney in private today about your case
Yes.
and about the rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
I do.
Understanding all of that, ma'am, did you still want to move forward today?
I do.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of on or about November the 2nd of 2021. Do you own an animal and you had it without proper shelter in your backyard?
I thought a dog house was proper shelter, but me being informed otherwise, no, I did not have proper shelter.
Okay, it was, oh, here's the problem. Was it below 30s on that night that it was outside without proper shelter?
Yes, they did have fresh hay, but yes, they were outside without proper shelter then.
Okay, and this was at your address or at the address of 12035 Yellowstone in the city of Detroit?
Correct.
All right, satisfied, Attorney Harris?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Is there a stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed?
Stipulated, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court is going to enter a plea to one count, tether a dog without proper shelter, and dismiss the other 2 counts. Ma'am, I know you may have felt as if you had everything at that point in time, but they are informing me otherwise, okay? So you got to make sure you follow and comply with whatever they said, okay?
Yes.
All right. So my fine today is going to be $240. How long will that take you to pay, ma'am? 30 or 60 days?
60 days.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
while I do understand that the court has to impose a penalty, I would state that at this time, Ms. Walker, and even at this time when this incident occurred, there were some circumstances whereby she had to find placement for herself and for her dog. So she was on hard times, and she's still trying to gain her footing. So if the court could reduce any of the fines and costs and or suspend them, it would be appreciated. She no longer has the dogs. We've had discussions with Investigator Summerfield and Mr. Gillis. So I'll just ask the court to consider that.
She doesn't have those dogs anymore, Investigator Summerfield?
Yes, that is correct. She owner surrendered the dogs for the best outcome for the dogs.
All right. We're gonna impose a $0 fine today. Ma'am, when you have dogs, you have to make sure that you take the best care of them as possible, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. Thank you all. Be safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Mr. Walker, you can't smoke. This is live court. You already in a car that's moving, but you didn't find it important enough for you to come on today. Now you smoking? Oh, come on, work with me, friend. All right, unmute yourself.
Cool. Ain't nobody smoking.
Mr. Winston, not a good idea. Just not a good idea. We can play that back. So that's not a good idea.
Okay, smoking instructor. I'm not smoking. I just had a cigarette in my hand.
All right, take the cigarette out your hand. Now calling the matter of the people versus Kevin Watson. This is ticket number P11011215. Count 1, drive while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Also calling ticket number 715889. 1 count, no operator's license on person. And ticket number 486314. 1 count, no operator's license on person. This is the date and time set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Appearance for the record, starting with counsel.
Cherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Winston. Mr. Winston, please state your name for the record.
Caban Winston.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client will stand mute, waive formal reading of the information. He's been fully advised of his rights. He is waiving his right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation.
Is that right, Mr. Winston?
Yes.
If so, please raise your right hand for me. You
Yes.
swear or tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Mr. Winston, did you have an opportunity to talk to an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for this plea today?
No. Excuse me.
No, it's not you. Court controls. Okay, it's okay. It's not your fault, Mr. Winston. Don't worry about it. Unmute yourself.
Judge,
I know.
Judge, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, you know I dropped, okay? The last thing that I heard was he has been advised of his right, he's been advised of his rights. Can you take it from there, please?
Okay. Unmute yourself, sir. All right. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange of a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right, sir. I want to take your attention back to the date of May 14th of 2020. Were you in the area of Linwood and Oakman in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
While you were in that area, were you driving a Ford vehicle?
Excuse me.
Were you driving a Ford vehicle in that area?
Yes.
Did you not have an operator's license on you at the time?
No.
Satisfied, attorney?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulation for probable cause and the remaining
So
counts to be.
stipulated, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court's gonna enter a plea to one count, amended improper plate on that ticket ending in 889. The remaining tickets called on the record today will be dismissed. Sir, my fine is $200. How long will that take you to pay? 30 or 60 days?
30.
Okay, I'm gonna have it due no later than August the 22nd, okay? August 22nd, okay?
I ain't hear that last part. No longer than.
August 22nd is when it's due, August the 22nd, okay?
Yes.
All right, there's nothing further. That concludes this hearing. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Bye, sorry.
Okay, no worries.